Today we're going to continue with the bathroom.
An abandoned house is the big mission.
And what we're going to do is install the board panels, make the niches, among other things. But let's put ourselves in context because we've been doing little things. And as you can see, we've already installed the toilet. Just the structure.
I want to see it installed already.
Oh, me too. Do you think it'll be installed today? Only my dad knows.
I hope so.
It's small, it's not very big. No, it doesn't take up much space. It can still come further this way.
I don't like it much further that way.
No, it's fine. I thought it was going to be dumber.
Let's see, a little bit more that way would be good for me. So that when this part is backlit, it's not so close to the toilet.
Just a little bit further in that direction is what I mean.
Let's see, you move, Dad. Let's see, just a little bit more that way. Yes, because it doesn't get in the way. And besides, it looks a little more tucked away like that.
The shelf goes here, right?
But not there, a little higher up.
Make sure the leg is right. I mean, not too...
Yeah, it won't bother. Yay!
There it is. Careful, this will stay there. Now we put this right up against this to line it up here.
Wow, I look so tan in here, don't I? Don't you see how lucky you are to be in here, huh? Oh my, it's really intense out there.
Yeah, my luck.
A lucky guy.
Instead of being on a terrace with a beer, I'm a lucky guy.
Okay.
There's a problem. We need a special part for the drain. The inside is broken, so I had to modify a part and make it with the lathe. Because if not, well, let's see how it goes.
Let's say the plate, the only idea is for it to be at about 110, so it will fall around here. And the cabinet will go up to here.
Where's the sink going to go?
It depends on whether the cabinet is 80 or 90.
I need to make a drain where the sink will be located. I'll leave the polyvinyl chloride pipe here for you.
80 is there.
Small.
Let's see, it doesn't look that small, huh? Let's see, put 90. And the toilet goes there. The question is whether to make the cabinet 90 or 80. The 90 cabinet would reach this height. And here would go the 110 Cobertin panel. So only this piece would be left, which would be visible as panel.
I would make it 90.
The toilet goes around here, just a bit smaller. Yes, in those holes. I would set it at 90. Me too. Phase 2. The water station. Once the panels are installed, this area will be inaccessible. It has to be done in a way that there can't be any kind of leak, so it has to be welded with fittings and so on. There's a valve here that you can open or close to change the flush mechanism of the tank. What would happen if this valve failed?
The bathroom would be destroyed.
And it goes boom. I mean, oh, the war is here already.
I added another valve here. The installation will be rigid and leak-proof since it will be welded. I don't trust things that are found. Here on the shelf, we'll make a small inspection opening.
So we can access?
So we can access here, so we can close or open this valve, and then you interact with the side. We'll do the same thing with this part down here.
Where will the sink go, let's say?
Once done, it will be inaccessible. We need to make an access panel. Using only piping complicates things. And you would still lose accessibility. Because sooner or later, they're going to end up breaking. Everything always ends up breaking. That's why we're going with this option. We'll weld this first, then this, and finally the elbow. So that this will be final.
The toilet seems like it always had to go there, right? It's as if it's been there all its life.
Yes, it could have gone in many other places, but this one is as good as any other.
No, it's the best of all. How's it going?
The water installation is already done.
There's a cistern, but there's no toilet, right?
That's right, there's a cistern. What happens is that it could be installed temporarily while the wall is being built, but installing it just to remove it and then install it again.
It's very risky. And as you explained before, this comes through here, welded all the way there.
In case the valve here fails, we always have the valve here.
And why do you say you got wet?
You'll see it now.
Ah, because it spits?
One for number 1 and another for number 2.
Like the tanks, right?
Yes, of course, that's right. The thing is, now when someone flushes from there, the water comes out. With a lot of pressure.
Isn't that the one for the main water?
No, this is for the minor water.
Well, wow. Well, water does come out. Well, we know that it will flush the poop.
Water comes in and water does come out.
That's it. One less or one more thing?
You put this on for the smell and so that when you work, nothing falls inside.
This is how it looks inside. Everything stays hidden, and then the toilet, well, that will stick out on the outside. And the thing about these built-in toilets is interesting, because we had never installed one before, and honestly, they are quite interesting. Well, we've made some progress in the bathroom. Tell us about it, Dad.
The sink drain is already in place. It still needs to be glued, okay? Right now, it's just set up with the supports. And then this will be the drain for the air conditioning unit that goes over there. The siphon is placed outside the unit because in winter heat pump mode, no condensation is produced. Without water release, the siphon dries out over time, allowing odors to come through. By placing the siphon down here, what happens is that every time you wash your hands, you're filling this siphon. That way bad odors don't come up through the unit. That's why the siphons for air conditioning units are installed below the level of the sink. Due to communicating vessels, this remains full. If placed at the unit's outlet, in summer it would work since it would fill with water, but in winter it would empty and bad odors would rise. That's why there are bad odors. This is the presentation. And now what I'm going to do is attach, as the manufacturer says, the channels to the structure of the toilet itself. So then, this way, when you install the panels, they won't be loose. Here we have the indirect light for the mirror charger, power outlets for the bathroom, and the outputs for the indirect lights over there.
It starts to look like this, Tada. Actually, there are more new things that I'm going to show you now. I had barely even seen them myself. But I'm just so busy with like 50,000 things and I don't have time to record everything. So, since my dad has been working on this, well, I'll show it to you. Over here we found this huge hole because the air conditioning goes in the ceiling. I did explain this part.
At first we thought about placing the unit this way so the air would go directly over there toward the false ceiling, which is where the air ducts will go. It's too short by 5 centimeters. The exact amount doesn't matter. It simply doesn't fit. So we'll have to turn it and place it sideways, which means I'll move it a bit over here since the intake is here. Leaving 10 centimeters from the wall, the entire false ceiling will act as a plenum, so that will be enough. But we'll minimize the radius of the air duct outlet.
Let's say the curve should be as small as possible.
Part 2. The ceiling is made of sandwich panels. The machine has some weight, so it's dangerous to hang it from the sandwich panel ceiling.
So I had to make some openings until I found some beams. So the machine will go here. This will be a handrail. And here with the rod I found.
Oh, that scared me.
It's just that I don't have a laser to show you. Look here, up to here.
Okay, and that's where the air conditioning unit will be installed.
Which is the next step.
Now we just have to do it.
Now we just have to do it.
Well, it's time to start preparing the installation of the ducted air conditioning. But you have to meet all these conditions. And here we have the second part of the air conditioning, which is the condenser, also from Nimestec, and the model is MUK R32 inverter. This is perfect because
it adapts the cooling power to the needs of the room.
it will go right here. We will fix this wall and make a sort of little box, but for now we will leave it just as it is. That is, we will do the installation that's located here and the other one, the air conditioner, exactly where I showed you, inside the bathroom.
It will go up here.
All the way to the air conditioner. And finally, I would say in terms of progress is this frame that, well, my father also cut it because the new door that will go here didn't fit. And so we'll use this as a pre-frame, but it's thinner than the frame that was here before. When he did it, a few pieces of the wall broke off, so he just patched it up a bit with mortar, and that was it. And today the job we have to do, as I mentioned, is to put the board panels on the wall, among other things. Let there be light, you might ask. Where does this material come from? This morning we received all the materials from Steel Guru, a manufacturer of waterproofing systems, to install everything we still need in this bathroom before putting up the covering panels. That means we're going to install panels on this wall, and here we're going to set up the waterproofing system for the shower. And this will be done with some fine shelves. But the first thing we're going to do, and where we'll start, is by installing the panels. So my mother and I have already talked about it. Now we're setting everything up so we can cut and do all of this in the dining room. And so we're going to take the measurements and start by placing this panel, cutting it exactly to size, and making the necessary holes. When installing the toilet, we'll position it first, then continue with the rest of the installation, proceeding step by step. Working with these panels is surprisingly simple, even for first-timers. The results are truly impressive. They're really lightweight and super easy to work with. Okay, and now we mark the rest of the hose. Once you get through this one, which is the most complicated, the rest are really easy.
That was easy. It cuts super easily.
Yes, super easy. Plus, it fits perfectly super square because you can also shape it. To the millimeter, to the millimeter.
The guides are well placed.
I said the previous one was complicated, but this one is tricky too, with its own challenges. And of course, you have to make a cut. Since the wall isn't straight, you have to make the cut a little bit slanted. At the bottom, it's 39.5, and at the top, it's 40.5. So, well, we'll do it. The next one goes all the way. I think now we'll start screwing in, and that way we'll be able to take the measurements for the last one properly.
Oh my goodness. Well, you've already got more than half the wall done. That's great. This looks so good, so fast.
We'll screw them in to get the measurement for the last one, right? That's better.
That's great. Wonderful. We can start putting up panels this afternoon, right?
Yes? No, what do you mean panels? No, Mom, no, not at all. We still need to add niches, waterproof the shower, and complete many other tasks. Before the cover, and besides, we can't put up the cover on this wall without my dad, because he has to tell us exactly where the light boxes go.
No, well, I wasn't planning on touching this one. I thought we would start.
No, well then the niches and the other thing are missing too.
I can't wait to see it.
You'll still have to wait a little bit.
We have weeks ahead of us.
We've been here exactly 2 weeks. My mother and I have been working for 2 whole weeks. This is our second day. Actually, we've been here for 4 days, but it's our second working day. Let's put it that way. We came on Friday, we've been here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and today is Tuesday, so we still have the full 2 weeks left. To do lots of things and record lots of videos. Everyone will be very happy to record lots of videos. Actually, it's not like we're going to eat super early. It's around 2 o'clock, something like that.
It's the normal time for meals, right?
The thing is, this morning we've been working on the terrace and it got to be around 11 in the morning or so. Until we ran out of materials, and then we went to work on the bathroom. That's why we're eating so early, which actually isn't that early. Well, we've already eaten, so let's continue. The thing is, we need to make a small modification. And I was just thinking that of course we'll have to place the niches first and then the plaques. So I've taken this one out from here, and now we're going to measure for the niche. We're going to place 3 niches that will go approximately, well, this one centered here, another one higher up, and another one below. And so what we still need, that's why I had to remove this one, a channel so I can support it from this side, and on the other side, the same. We can access here without being affected, but on this side, the plate affects us. Therefore, we are going to place the niche and then screw everything in at the same time. First, we need 2 channels. This one is 130 and that one is 170, so we're going to cut them.
Wall plugs, screws.
I'm craving a taco right now.
A taco? I want something sweet.
Well, not that kind of taco. I'd have a Mexican taco. You'd have a little cake, right? Something sweet, maybe a little sponge cake.
Wow.
What time did you say it is?
Well, it must be 6 o'clock.
5:30.
I went over.
Snack time, yes?
This one and that one should go down. I don't understand it. Because if you've already put this one facing up, then they're all wrong.
This one faces up, this one down, this one down, this one up, this one down, and this one down.
Of course, but that's how I put them. One facing up and the other facing down.
That's true.
Hi, little one.
How did they turn out for you? Shall we have a snack?
Well, I don't think so. She already knows the time.
How do you know we're going to have a snack?
She's gifted.
Who told you that we're going to have a snack?
The way she looks at you. Like, are you talking to me?
What do you want? What do you want?
The Hormiguero card, right? Can you imagine?
What's here to pay for?
I've always known that cats are very smart. We could even say they're gifted. Well, we have the shelves. We just need to measure, align, and screw them in. But we have to figure out a height that works for us to reach things like jars and so on. More or less, I think I would keep these distances approximately these heights, actually. The only thing is to measure so that each one is at the right distance, but more or less to place 4 little things. I think, honestly, that's even better.
Palooza, what do you want? Oh my goodness, you're so impatient. She's not fast at all. Hey, relax.
Keep calm and eat turkey. We were missing 2 little metal pieces, the top one and the bottom one. We'll attach the bottom one with double-sided tape or extra strong adhesive, and these 2 are for when we place the piece now, so it can be secured both at the top and the bottom. I need help, Mom. I have a lot of chores. Help me. I have a lot of chores. To screw the niche with the top piece, we put the washer on with the screw. I have them right here, in Doraemon's little pocket. We take the washer. Let's see if with one hand and the little screw, we can put it like this and screw it in. That's it for today. We'll continue tomorrow. In this video, you didn't see my dad and Ivan arrive, as that was shown in another video which may or may not have been released yet. But anyway, the point is that my dad has been making progress while we've been busy with the terrace. And what progress have you made, Dad?
Basically, we've made the outlet for the mirror, the indirect light connection for the mirror, and the outlet for the plug. In the end, we're still debating on one side on the other.
We were debating. In fact, it was done over there. But after considering it and seeing that if you come in through here, it catches you right in the middle, it stood out a lot. So we thought about it and finally put it here.
Maybe we need to move the stake a little so it's farther from the water, about 50 to 60 centimeters from the water source, which is what the regulations require. In fact, it's more or less the same as here. We had said to move it a little more this way, it would be even more visible. So in that corner, we moved the stake a bit over here. Adjusting the drains and hoses should prevent any major issues.
And this, more things, the water issue, if you notice. There are 2 hoses here. We didn't do this. He made the holes for the hose. And here is the heart of the matter.
I trust nothing and no one. Everything is temporary. So here we're going to make an opening through which we'll access the valves and the hoses.
So we can replace them or shut off the faucet.
That means there will be a sort of hatch there, so to speak, to access everything related to the water system. Either on this side for the faucet or on the other side for the toilet.
The hatch is here. This is the one for the fixtures. And from here we access the water valve, and once all of this is closed, the water valve is hidden. This is no longer accessible.
Even so, we've bought a very good toilet. We bought it of pretty good quality. Because of course we don't know about the topic of the suspended toilet. Of course, if you want to change it in the future, because if you buy one that's not of very good quality, it ends up breaking on you.
More than quality. A recognized brand, a red brand. So, the next step I took was to take the measurements. Everything comes longer just in case this moves more. Because it depends on the thickness you can use. You have to put tile here. If you want it, you could put tile. So they come with the drain pipes, they come longer.
To adjust it to the right size?
Measure the inside, outside, and protrusion, then cut accordingly.
I hit my finger with a hammer, and it's incredibly painful. You can see the injury slightly in this image.
And now we have to put it in place. Let's see if we got the measurement right or not. It's true that I added 4 millimeters more to the plate and 4 or 5 millimeters more, just in case. I'd rather cut another little piece than be 4 millimeters short.
So now it's time to put it in place. You guys carry it, and I'll record. All right.
This is so it fits tighter. All of that has to go out. When the final plate is ready, then we'll finish attaching it. Now we're going to give it water.
I'm so nervous, you can really see it. I'm already visualizing how it will look. The toilet with the plate behind it. Wow! It's beautiful, with a tank and everything, just like modern ones. Wall-hung toilets are so beautiful.
It makes me a bit nervous. I guess it's safe, but I'm not sure. It just makes me slightly anxious.
We all think the same thing.
It's cool, huh? It's awesome. It already has water.
It already has water and everything?
It's beautiful, huh?
Mother.
How much do you weigh?
60 kilos?
There are over 300 extra.
I'm a mess, but I'm cleaning up. It's temporary, as Grandma is supposedly visiting next week.
Yes, to celebrate her birthday, so since she'll be sleeping down here, she should be able to go to the bathroom.
We need to remove it to install the panel and other components.
Trouble in paradise?
No major problems. It just leaks a bit due to improper fitting. We installed it temporarily for Grandma's visit, but we plan to remove it and do it properly later. Well, you're going to put in the panel, you're going to install the toilet and all that. The thing is, before all that, since it's already set up with the drain and everything, we're testing the drains. Because anything that happens behind the panel in the hidden part of the wall, we won't know about later. We're ensuring there are no leaks.
We need to test it for a couple of days to really see if it works. The hidden part of the bathroom.
There's no leak, everything's fine. It was tested by pouring a bucket of water, but of course, it's not the same to pour a bucket of water little by little as when the pressure drops.
It would have been better to test it before closing everything up. That way we'd know for sure if it works 100%.
Correct.
The little bathroom window. In the end, after all the back and forth, we're finally going to install it as a tilt and turn window, but we're going to add an accessory that I'll tell you about later. Now the holes for the brackets are already made, which are these right here, and that's it. Now we apply the quick setting mortar, attach the brackets, and then we move on to applying the foam.
Let's try and see.
Wow!
I think maybe, right? The shower bar, maybe.
And yes, it does touch, Mom, because look, it's right in the holes.
Well, of course, it goes here, right? Right in the middle.
But anyway, since we're going to do a little trick with it, we'll explain to you what the idea behind this trick is.
Tilt and turn window.
Wow! And now we can make the niche, and then after this niche, cover all the walls with the coverings. I'm so excited. The end is in sight and it's all coming together. Good morning. Today we're going to continue with the shower niche, but first there are a few things that are already installed in the bathroom, so let's catch up. And well, here we are in the present moment. The day has started. Not so great. I spilled coffee on myself. Well, on my legs, my sneakers, the chair, the computer, and the floor. It was like a whole mix right there. But well, that just gives us even more strength to keep going. The window is already installed. That makes it perfect to take the exact measurement of the niche so it won't bother us later when we install it. So once we have the niche, we'll have all the basics. Let's put it this way, for the bathroom, to start installing panels. Great, so the niche would go here, which I don't know if I explained, but we're going to reuse these that we have left over from there. I think it's at a perfect height and having the niche here won't bother us at all. This window will have a limit to how far it can open up to here. It won't open further due to a stopper that will be placed here. We haven't bought it yet. I'll show it to you when we have it. And this is going to be the solution so they don't open it all the way and damage the area where the faucet will be. It's going to have a limitation of about this much opening. So if you want to ventilate, you just open it up to here and that's it. Or you can also open it in tilt and turn mode. But well, if we need to clean it and so on, as long as the hand can fit through to clean it properly, that's enough. So let's glue everything together, and on the joint we're going to put a waterproof mesh so that water doesn't seep through. And now on the joints we're going to put this water stop sheet band, which is exactly for that, to treat the joints and make watertight connections. Alright, now we just have to screw them in from below. My father sent me a video. He's not here, he's where we live. Because, well, he was working this week and he took a piece of these panels home. He instructed me to submerge them in water for 48 hours and sent me a video.
Look, Christina, after being in water all week, absolutely nothing happened to it. It didn't swell or get damaged. It got stained because here it got stained from work, but it's exactly the same. This one has been in water all week, and the top part, which was practically dry. Absolutely nothing happens to it from being in the water all week. Good material definitely for waterproofing things or for being outdoors.
We have now completed the entire base. Today, we will begin installing Cobertine panels in the bathroom, combining 2 models and 2 finishes. It looks like you're dancing. You
can tell it's already the second week.
Oh, that's tough. Well, we've already placed 2 plates.